Hey everyone, thanks for joining me again in Prehistoric Kingdom. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to our little fantasy mini-series. In this video, I'm just setting up the entrance to our new little world. It's going to be a whole lot of watching me make mistakes, change my mind, especially about a bridge. I had a few false starts for the series, and then real life kind of got in the way. So it's taken a bit longer to get this started and get this out to you all. My apologies. But I'm pretty excited about how this little beginning turned out. It originally started with other ideas that never panned out, but might make it into this series later on, or in the next series. I did learn a lot just from this small start, surprisingly. I didn't think a bridge in a forest could teach me anything interesting, but they did. For the bridge, I originally wanted to have one of those arched walking bridges, but they don't have arched ramps that the humans can walk on. So the first little bit is me fighting with that, and then eventually giving in to the flat top and stairs. If anyone at Prehistoric Kingdom is watching this, please, arched walkables. The colors and theme we see at the beginning is not permanent, and as we progress through the building of the bridge, it will end up at its final theme look. Just while fighting with it, I used whatever theme and color it was set to. I discovered while working on this bridge that there needs to be dinosaurs in the zoo at least once for a brief time for guests to start coming in and moving about. So I spent a bit of time waiting for guests to show up and them not, and then giving up and waiting for them and continuing on. I wanted the sides to be decorated and had no clear idea what I wanted it to look like, so I played with the arches in a pattern that I liked. But when setting up the supports and the arches on top, I found a style that really fit the overall theme I had in mind, and the little side decorations didn't fit with those parts, so I ended up trashing the little side arches. I have a feeling as I continue this mini-series, it's going to reinforce the idea of just keep going, just keep trying different things to see if they work kind of style of building and decoration. I found myself a few times wanting to back out of what I was trying and just going, no, Ellie, you need to try. I think a lot of my lack of experience building is based on the idea that I'm not good at it. Cycle of I should try and why bother, it won't look good. I think this YouTube channel will be good for that as I want to present bigger and better ideas. I want to show these ideas. But I'm rambling now. When I was working on the roof arches, I was playing with different heights and adjusted them a couple of times and ended up with something I feel looks really cool and not too over the top, but really well done for the theme. Which, since I haven't mentioned it yet, it's a fairy forest type entrance. I wanted us to walk through this little entrance and feel like we've stepped through a fairy bridge to their realm with just a little bit of hints of them showing through the gaps in the trees. Just little peeks into their world. I did use the brush to make the forest super dense and thick, and I added in some sunken kapok trees in the gaps just to fill in that dense, dark look. I might come back in and see if I can close the gaps around the bridge just a bit more so it feels even more secluded and isolated from the world. I created a little plaza just on the other side of the bridge. We're going to use this as a spot for some kiosks and paths out towards other areas of our park. I might have some dinosaurs dotted around to lure guests out around the park, but for now there's no plans for dinosaur-oriented areas. Some of the decorating is taking place at night, mostly because I wanted to dot these tiny little lights around the forest to look like fairies are moving about, going about their lives. I wish there was a way to have lights twinkle. I would put them in clusters and have them twinkle at different times so it looked like they were moving about. But I get that that's probably not a well-requested feature, which is fine. I leaned into the theme that fairies live in toadstools and mushrooms, and I think the few I made for this video are super cute and actually pretty well done given the materials I had. I tried to make the arched roof pieces look like the caps of mushrooms, and when resized, they look surprisingly good. I may go back in and put some fairy houses hanging in the trees, but for now the mushroom houses suit me well. I put them in ranging different sizes and a couple of colors, and with two types of caps. One toadstool type flatter cap and one deeper thick mushroom cap type. I'll probably end up putting all these decorations into one prefab and uploading it on the workshop at the end of the series. If I do, I'll have a link to it in the description of each video after the end. When making these mushrooms, I discovered that the base or support that is supposed to line up with the surface of the ground is the first piece you place down. So the toadstools, their base is the cap, and the stem just sinks into the ground when aligned to the surface. It made it a little harder to move them about the world. I also made a couple larger mushroom homes with visible doors, and one with a chimney as well. I made them thicker stemmed and a bit more stunted in appearance, and then resized them as needed. I think they're adorable, albeit a little plain. I'll add in windows and decorations if I make any more, and I'll try to remember to add the windows in before uploading on the workshop. I used the smoke effect for the chimney, although it does go really high. I'm not sure if I can resize it specifically. I'll have to try it. For now, the smoke rises above the forest. It's not much of a video, but I think it really sets the scene for moving forward into this park. I'm gonna let you all watch the rest of the video in peace. No Nigel in this miniseries. I even hung up on him when I brought in some dinosaurs to lure guests into the park. Poor Nigel. I hope you all enjoyed our brief time together today, and that you all join me in the next one later on this week. Please let me know if you have any ideas you'd like to see, or anything you'd have done differently.